So, Dorian, is Blair home?
No. And it's so amusing. It's positively Shakespearean. The two lovers just missing each other.
So she's not home?
No. She's on her way to the palace to meet you.
But to meet me?
Isn't it all just too romantic?
In my hotel room?
Lindsay Rappaport. Blair Kramer. Well, this is feeling a little bit too much like the opening of the Patty Duke show for me, so why don't you just come on in? Nice dress.
Thank you. Ditto.
Well, thank you. Sam bought it for me. It's an anniversary present.
Anniversary?
Yep, 18 years today. Matter of fact, we're going to celebrate by having dinner in the restaurant downstairs tonight. Sammy's such a romantic.
I thought that you two
We're divorced? Oh, we are. But just because two people can't live together doesn't mean that they don't still care. As a matter of fact, it's a testament to just how deep our feelings run. But you didn't come here to hear the Sammy and Lindsay ballad, now did you?
Is Sammy here by any chance?
No, I'm afraid he's not. Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, no. No. I just wanted to ask him a legal question, that's all. I'll catch him around town. Happy anniversary.
No, Blair, from what I've heard around town, I'd have thought you would have been a better actress.
Excuse me?
You don't hide your feelings from my husband very well at all.
Thank you, Todd, for trusting me. I know it was a hard thing for you to do. There's something I forgot to tell you, though.
Right. What is it you forgot to tell me?
You don't know me at all.
Why'd you hit me then? Shovel. Tie me up, that's great. Nice job. Now what?
Looks like this time you're the one being held hostage.
Well, my. I didn't realize that you were a mind reader as well as an ex-wife.
Blair, I want you to trust me on this. I know how it is. I lived with a man for 18 years.
And haven't for the last 4.
Still. I mean, I know what you're thinking. Sam bought the dress. You thought it meant something.
Well, maybe I still do.
I'm not saying Sam buys a dress for every woman he sleeps with.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
But then again, I haven't met them all. You know what I find most amazing? That in the middle of being held hostage, you two actually found the time.
Oh, well, see, we didn't. It was after. We did it actually right where you're sitting, and then in the bedroom, and in the bathroom, and I just find Sam so
Virile?
romantic.
Well, that's the worst kept secret in the lower 48 states. Can't tell you how many times I've run into Sam's dalliances. I have no illusions that Sammy will ever be mine again, but you know, he does still keep coming back. And as pathetic as it is, I'm still willing to accept whatever.
Oh, it is pathetic, but why?
Gradual loss of self-esteem is a slow process, but if you're not careful, it can become a way of life.
Not for everybody.
True. And I wish it wasn't that way for me. But Sammy is a master manipulator. Well, after all, he is a lawyer. May I give you some advice?
I really don't think I need it.
Well, given your current state of dress, I'm really not sure about that. Get out while you can, Blair. Or else you'll end up like me, alone, and wondering just how many women are out there wearing the Sammy Rappaport dress for special achievement.
Well, you don't have to worry, because I won't. And I hope I never see the jerk again as long as I live.
Blair is happy, genuinely happy, for the first time since coming back to Landview. And you, Mr. Rappaport, are responsible.
Well, good. I'm happy.
And you should be, because Blair is an extraordinary young woman. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's a wonderful mother, she's a savvy businesswoman.
I really should be going. Thank you, Dorian.
But I do have to warn you that at the moment she is surrounded by men who are beating their chests.
Really?
Several are talking marriage. Max Holden has already proposed.
Wait a minute. I thought that there was trouble in that particular paradise.
Oh, he's worked very hard to smooth things over.
Really?
Yes. Now, he's not the sort of man that I would choose for her. No. I mean, he's very attractive and he has a certain animal magnetism thing, but he's very immature. Schemes and dreams are not the stuff that a substantial relationship are based on.
No, I couldn't agree more, actually.
But Blair can be very impulsive. So, Sam, don't wait too long.
Dorian, I'm so glad you said that, because I should get going right now and just make sure that Max Holden doesn't get another foothold.
Good luck. Oh, and Sam, she adores sterling roses. He's perfect. He's just perfect. Hilly. Oh. And Drew. What's he doing here?
Drew now lives here.
Gang's all here. Hey, Dad. Renee.
Hi, darling.
How are you? Hey, Barbara.
Hi.
Grandpa, how you feeling?
I'm fine. Any word on Manning?
No, not yet.
No, they don't have a clue.
What a big surprise.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some of us who would prefer it that way.
John Sykes is dumber than a bastard calf, and he's running the Landview Police Department. Plus, the SOB kicks Drew off the force.
You know, it must have something to do with the male DNA that keeps men from listening to women. You calm down or everybody's out of here.
Since when is it his job to make sure my grandson does not have one?
John Sykes is only doing his business.
John Sykes is a stooge for Graham.
Honey, all I'm saying is, after what you've been through, what is the point in getting yourself all riled up about something that none of us have any control over?
That may not be entirely true.
What are you saying, Barbara? You have some leverage with Sykes?
Well, I could speak to John.
What makes you think you can get further with Sykes than you can with your own father?
Wake up, Clint. Little girl said she had leverage with John.
Oh, well, it's not exactly that kind of leverage. See, it's just that our parents used to be friends. Actually, more than that. His father managed my dad's first political campaign.
Oh, that explains why the congressman is pushing Sykes' career along.
See, John's mother and father died in a car accident while they were out campaigning. So my dad took him in, and he was part of the family. He became like a big brother.
I'd say that was leverage.
Well, I'm sorry, there's nothing much I can do for Bo, but John certainly has the authority to reinstate Drew. I can try.
You pull this off, honey. This family here owes you big time.
Well, the Buchanans have done a lot for me already. I'd just like to help.
Kevin, drive Barbara over to the police department.
Oh, that's really not necessary at all.
On the double.
I can't.
What?
I can't. I have a story I have to file.
I know why you won't take it down there.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Because you won't do anything to help your cousin Drew.
Right. Well, you got me.
Well, we'll get over it. Family is family. Buchanans stick together no matter what.
Kevin, why don't you just drive her over there and spare us all a lot of grief?
What about the story?
I'll file it. Vicky and Clint can give me a lift over to the Banner.
Satisfied, Kevin?
Take as much time as you need.
It's okay. Oh, man. They only think of one thing, and that is themselves.
And their next
You know what? They are
conquest.
soulless. All they do is see what they can do to make you trust them, and then pow!
Tell me about
Oh,
it.
I should have known that Sam was just as bad as Max Holden, but, he even stands up for Todd.
Who's Max?
Oh, it's a long story. I just had to learn the hard way he's another man who can't be trusted.
Just like Sam.
Oh, well, exactly.
Why is it that some of us actually go out there looking for trouble?
I don't know. I don't know, but I am just so glad that I found out now.
Well, at least that makes one of us.
Whatever may be enough for you, but it's not for me. If you want Sam, he is all yours.
No, I'm not.
Happy anniversary.
Blair, but what did you say to her as if I couldn't figure it out? As if I don't-
Sammy.
Don't oh Sammy me. Why, Lindsay? Why'd you do this?
Me? You're the one that bought the same dress for two women.
I didn't do. Come on, you know that's not true. I didn't do that.
Well, you tell that to the poor distraught girl in the bathroom.
Look, if you think you're going to get more alimony or something out of me because of this, you are wrong, sis. I'm telling you, you are wrong.
There you go. Why don't you dry clean it and save it for another one of your trusting saps?
Blair, please.
Oh, just save it, Sammy.
Sammy! Blair! Oh. Thanks a lot.
Well, now that the floor show is over, are you ready to go to dinner?
I think you better get a table for one. Happy anniversary.
Women. You know you're all the same, all that garbage about love and trust. Double-cross me. Just like you did at Niagara Falls. You say you want to run away with me, and then you call Sam, pretend to have some gallbladder thing. We're in the woods, you know. You say to me, I move my hand, you're not going to scream. What do? I move my hand, you scream your full head off. Never have trusted you. You know, we're even now. Should kill me with that shovel.
Shut up!
Shut up.
Just shut up! Okay? I am sick and tired of hearing how the world has wronged Todd Manning.
The world has wrong.
No, listen to me. I said shut up. A year ago, we made a deal. We made a deal, Todd. I marry you, help you in custody of Star, you pay me $5 million. Easy money. Big money. And you know what? Who cares what anyone else thinks? So what if he's cold and a little distant? Hey, it's only for a year, right? And anyone who loves his daughter the way he does can't be all bad. Besides, I kind of like the guy, so I give it a try. I give it a try, and I really try hard. I really try hard. But then things start happening. Let's see. I got pistol whipped. I got pushed out a window. I got thrown out of my own house, naked and in a snowstorm, and I get held up hostage with dynamite, you know? But all the time I keep telling myself, he's learning. He's changing. I am making a difference for this guy. And by now, I kind of love the guy. So just hang in there a little longer. Hang in there a little bit longer. You know what I finally realized? You never learn. You haven't changed. I have. I've changed. I went on my mission to rescue Todd Manning and wound up missing in action. But hey, I still got the $5 million, right? And I learned something, even if you didn't. That I earned every penny of it.
What are you doing?
You love that old cigarette lighter. I grew up lower rent. We had matches. Fuego.
What are you gonna do? Burn me at the stake?
I invited Drew to move in.
Just like that? Without asking me?
Well, he needed a place to stay. You were in Paris, and I used my own judgment.
Let me get this straight. You invited Drew Buchanan on your own to move into my home?
Our home.
The same Drew Buchanan who tried to blackmail me out of valuable real estate? The same Drew Buchanan who manipulated you so badly you hardly recognized yourself? The same Drew
Dorian,
Buchanan...
I'm in the room here.
It wasn't my idea.
I have forgiven him for everything that happened last year, and I think you can too.
No. First of all, it was you who contacted me last year. Remember, you wanted me to break up Kelly and Joey?
Why, how dare you?
Oh, and the warehouse deal? You were doing the manipulating, not me. I only got involved because of how I felt about Kelly at the time.
More how you felt about money. That is all you have ever cared about.
Dorian, you know I don't believe that.
And that's why you're putting yourself in tremendous jeopardy. Drew, all that talk about how you came back to Lambview in order to make your father proud. You came back to get yourself put in the Buchanan will once again.
That's not...
Then you found out that Kelly had inherited money, so you decided to shake that particular tree. Well, you underestimated me. You're not going to Tennessee waltz your way back here, young man. Pick up where you left off, underneath my roof, no less.
Dorian, I would just as soon sleep under a bridge than stay with you. I'm here because you weren't. You're back, I'm gone. I'll get my stuff and I'll be out of your hair.
Drew! Oh, thanks. That's great.
Yes, it is great. Honey, this is why I felt you needed to have your inheritance protected.
Excuse me? My love life is complicated enough as it is. If you want to help me, then butt out.
I'm sorry about this. I was only trying to do a favor for Ace. I never expected you to get involved in the middle of this. I know how you feel about Drew.
It's all right. Besides, it gives you and I a little bit more time to spend together.
Don't say that.
I mean it. I'm worried about you.
Well, don't be. I'm fine. And you're engaged.
Barbara.
Oh, hey, there he is. You wouldn't happen to have any information on Manning, would you?
Not since you were here an hour ago.
Can't believe it.
I'd like to have a minute alone, please.
Sure. I bet I could find a real cop to talk to around here. Excuse me.
Your friend has a real attitude problem.
Yeah, well, there seems to be a lot of that going on around here lately.
Yeah.
Listen, I need a favor.
What? You want Kevin Buchanan to get an exclusive when we catch Manning?
No, I want you to give Drew Buchanan his job back.
Did he put you up to this?
No. No, he had absolutely nothing to do with it. In fact, he doesn't even like Drew. I treated Asa Buchanan, and I want to do this as a favor to him.
For Asa Buchanan?
Please, John. You owe me.
Can I bring you anything else? A side order of dress to go with the steak?
Men, you think you can solve everything with a dress, don't you? Well, let me tell you something, Buster. You can't.
Well, then, if that's all,
Wait a minute. I ordered a potato over here with a lot of sour cream. Where is it?
I'll check on it.
Will you make sure you do, and don't forget to put this on Sam Rappaport's bill, please.
Hi, Gerald. How are you tonight?
Coping.
What is going on there?
Don't ask Mrs. Carpenter.
Thank you.
Just enjoy your meal.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Red or white?
Do you think we need to go and check on her?
Why?
Because it's not exactly normal behavior to be sitting in an expensive restaurant in a bathrobe.
Whoever accused the Kramers of being normal?
Careful. One of them is about to become our daughter-in-law, I think.
You mind if I join you? I'll take that as a, no, I don't mind at all. Good. I gotta say, you were very easy to find. I just asked a couple of people in the lobby there if they'd seen a beautiful woman in a bathrobe, and they all pointed me in here.
I came to the palace tonight because it has choice steaks, and that's all I am to you is a piece of meat, right? Something that you order up to your own specification. Use, abuse, chew up, spit out, whatever. You know what? You had the gall to lecture me at the police department about this proper behavior. Well, let me tell you something, Sam. I don't need that from you or any other man. You got that?
Excuse me.
Used to play with these as a little girl. It would be so easy. One flick of a finger and all my problems would just go up in smoke.
I knew you weren't gonna do it.
You don't know anything.
What's gotten into you?
What, are you afraid, Todd?
I'm not afraid. I just think you're crazy.
Oh, I feel crazy. I thought you liked the whole, torture someone and, hold them hostage thing. Sure beats money hungry by a mile, doesn't it?
Okay, I get your point.
Oh, I haven't even started. Isn't this what married people do when they're alone, huh? Isn't it? Or was that, dry sack? Huh? And jigsaw puzzles? I can't remember. Because the rules keep changing.
Okay, fine. I won't change the rules anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got that right. Because this ends tonight. And I can only think of one way to ensure that.
You don't have the guts.
Like I said, you don't know me at all. You know, you're sure it won't be quite as dramatic as the dynamite would have been, but it'll do the trick.
You're not gonna burn me. You're not gonna burn me. Because he did that.
Who?
My father. Who else?
Let go of me.
I just want you to know I've never really been fond of having people wave sharp things in front of my face.
Well, it could get pretty ugly if I start to scream.
All right, just let me explain. You calm down. Let me explain. I'll let go, all right? All right, please? Yeah? Good? Fine. Great.
It better be good.
Oh, it's really good. Look, Lindsay and I are ex-husband and wife. That is the whole story right there. End of story. I did not buy her that dress. She bought that dress for herself and charged it to me. That's the way it's always been.
Oh, and I'm supposed to believe that?
Absolutely. I'll take a polygraph test. Look, Claire, you gotta understand. I mean, when it comes to lies and manipulation, Lindsay is world class.
To what end?
To stop me from being happy, for one thing. And maybe to wrangle herself a little bit more alimony while she's at it. Look, I mean, I don't know what she said, but I can tell you this. I am not the man she made me out to be.
And what man would that be, Sam?
Well, for starters, the man's still involved with her.
Are you?
Only as the mother of my children.
Are there any other women?
Well, you know the entire list. Nora and the list.
Are you still in love with Nora?
I think I thought that Beau and Nora's marriage wouldn't survive all that's gone on. But it has, and it will continue. I know that now. And I also know how attracted I am to you.
Really?
Really? Except I think we hit a little snag there.
Well, Sam, look, I am really sorry that I let your ex-wife manipulate me like that.
No,
but
that's not what I'm talking about.
What?
Look, Dorian told me that you were seriously considering somebody else's proposal.
What? When did she tell you that?
Well, a little while ago. I went over to the house to see you, and look, from what she told me, are you seriously considering marrying Max Holden?
Kevin and Barbara? I'm not aware of anything going on between them. And even if there is, there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, we could tell Kevin that he's risking his entire future.
Oh, Vicky, he's not stupid.
But he's exceedingly reckless.
Yeah, well, he already knows that. Look, he's not a kid anymore. We're gonna have to let him live his own life and make his own mistakes.
Oh, yeah. Canton all over again.
I mean, that is if they are mistakes.
Meaning what?
Well, meaning that when two people love each other, whether it's Kevin and Cassie or Kevin and Barbara, then they should grab a hold of it with both hands and not let anything come between them.
No matter who gets hurt?
If someone's gonna get hurt, it'll happen eventually anyway.
Teachings, according to Mahatma Clint.
When two people are meant to be together, sometimes they just have to jump out of the plane and trust the chute. Life is too short not to.
What brought that up?
Asa could have died up at the lodge.
I know, but he didn't.
But he's getting a little long in the tooth. And he's all alone.
No, he's not. He has his family.
You know what I mean.
And he also apparently has Renee.
Yes. And where was she? Where was she while he was lying on that couch in the lodge? She was home, waiting for her once-a-week rendezvous. Hell, we even had to pull strings to get her into the ER. I don't want to end up like that. Not being quite together or not being quite apart. I want it all. I want it now before it's too late. That's why I invited you to dinner tonight. So what do you say? Would you be Mrs. Clint Buchanan again?
Will you?
I'll think about it.
Any luck?
I don't know. He can be difficult, but he usually comes around.
So what's the deal?
Wait and see.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about between you two. You told me that you were raised like brother and sister, but from where I'm standing, it looks like you're kissing cousins.
You've got an awful lot of nerve being jealous. You're the one who's engaged, remember?
It was just a question.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of questions, too. Like, what are we supposed to do now, the fact that we've made love, huh? What are we supposed to do now that the whole situation is...
Hi.
Hi.
I filed the story. What? John Sykes isn't going to reinstate Drew?
We don't know yet.
But we might be about to find out.
Well, never officially turned this in. Better late than never, right?
I'm sorry about your father, okay? It's not an excuse. If anything, it makes what you did at the lodge even worse.
Hey!
You knew what it was like. You knew what it was like to be afraid before this. You knew what it was like to believe in your heart that someone might hurt you, maybe even kill you.
Is there something wrong with your hearing, Delgado? For the last time, the dynamite was fake.
For the last time, we weren't pretending to be scared. We were truly terrified.
I didn't hurt anybody.
Oh, no. What about Asa?
Ace is an old man. He had a heart attack. Not my fault.
You locked him in a 90-degree room with no air and a whole lot of stress. Yes, Todd, news flash. It was your fault. Listen, Rachel had the guts to admit what she did, regardless of the consequences. Can you say the same?
I don't have any guts. I never had any guts. I never said I had guts. And my guts torn out. Along with the part of me that can love. And you. And then you. And you made me think that maybe in time.
There's no time left!
What do you want me to do? I am not turning myself in, and I am not going back to jail. Taya, if you meant any of that garbage about love and trust, if you meant it at all when you said that you care about me, then you will help me.
So no, I am not going to marry Max Holden. That is history.
Well, Dorian mentioned this long list of suitors.
Oh, come on. You should know better than to believe anything that comes out of my Aunt Dorian's mouth.
No, I don't. I'm new in town. Come on.
You have a hell of a lot to learn, my friend.
Good. Well, then maybe you'll be my teacher.
Well,
Your
maybe I
baked
will.
potato with extra sour cream.
Thank
Hey,
you so much, John.
That looks good. Do you mind if I join you?
Well, if you're not too embarrassed to dine with a girl in a bathrobe.
Are you kidding? As a matter of fact, if you'd like, I'll go put mine on.
Okay.
Good. I'll have what she's having.
Marriage. Wow, that's well, I guess it's not a surprise, no. I don't know what to say.
Say yes. You know I love you.
And I love you.
Then it's settled.
I'm just not ready to be married again, Clint. Not to anyone.
Oh, Vicky, don't say that.
Clint, Jessica's going to college in September. When she goes, it will mark the very first time in my entire life that I will not be defined by my relationships. I've always been somebody's daughter, somebody's wife, and somebody's mother. I really need to find out what I want and who I am without any labels. I realize that probably sounds ridiculous coming from somebody my age, but it's true.
You can do that married.
Well, no, I can't, because I wouldn't be doing it as Victoria. I'd be, as you said, Mrs. Clint Buchanan.
And what's so wrong with that?
Oh, there's not a thing wrong with that. It's just that in order for me to truly be with someone else, I have to be able to be with myself first and on my own. I know you don't understand it. You couldn't possibly, because you never had to wrestle with the identity crisis that I did. Couldn't we just go on being friends?
Vicky, my life is passing me by. I don't want to spend any more of it alone, or waiting for a kind of love that you're unwilling or unable to give me.
And you shouldn't have to. You know, I never asked nor expected you to wait for me. I kind of think that you always assumed I'd come round sometime, and you took it from there, you know. But that's not to say that I wouldn't someday want to be with you again.
When? When?
I don't know. I honestly can't say.
Well, then I have to make a change. I have needs. And it isn't enough for me to be just a friend or a parenting partner. Not anymore. I'll still be all those things to you. I mean, forever. And I will always love you. But I have to be moving on. I've got so much love in me that I want to give to someone. And I'm going to find someone that's ready and willing to do the same thing.
I understand that.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You haven't understood for a long, long time. But you know, that really doesn't matter anymore, because I'm gonna cut myself loose and you'll be free to live the solitary life that you say you want.
Clint.
No, I mean it. I mean it. I wish you every happiness in the world. But, goodbye, Vic.
Where have you been?
Out to the car, I made a phone call.
Did you order a pizza? I'm starving.
No, I didn't order a pizza.
Cheesesteak?
Game's over, Manning. Arrest him.
You liar. Oltl.
You have the right to remain silent and refuse to answer questions. Do you understand?
Yes.
Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to consult an attorney before speaking to the police and to have an attorney present during any questioning now or in the future. Do you understand?
Yes.
Stay tuned for